Hello everyone, welcome to yet another stream. Today we're going to be okay, I'll tell you what, this lighting's a bit wonky in it. I don't want to turn the big light on because I like the dark, I like the vibes, I think it's atmospheric. Today we're going to be checking out the Matrix Awakens, which is an Unreal Engine 5 demo of sorts. Like, it's the Matrix Awakens and Unreal Engine 5 experience. I don't know how long it is, I don't imagine long because it's a demo and all that, but I thought I'd stream through that as something to do, and I can also turn it into a video and put it out on the main channel like tomorrow and stuff like that and see how it goes because I want to check it out. And I mean, yeah, I thought you guys might want to join me for that. Jesus, it's loud in my ears. I will record the footage of it separately for the video, of course. However, I'll probably use bits of the stream as well, like bits of the not separately, as in I'll record it as I'm going, but I will use this as part of the video as well. But let's get cracking with this. It's gonna be a zesty bit of gaming time. We're gonna get into this and hopefully see what the future of gaming holds for us. You know what I mean? Ooh. 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 I mean, it's not exactly the sleekest, but it's an interface to get you into the experience. It works. Let's have a little gander, shall we? The Matrix. Yes. This is a game?
Hi, I'm Thomas Anderson.
This is quiet.
Like many of you, I work with computers.
This is a game?
Outside the limitations of the
well, it's a
real
demo,
world.
you know what I mean.
But computers are also
This
mirrors,
could be a game?
reflecting back who and what we are and the choices we make, the worlds we build. They also confront us with questions about why we want to choose this over that, why we want to make X instead of Y. Where do ideas of who we are and what we want even come from?
You take the red pill.
Is Keanu Reeves even
I show you
real?
how deep the rabbit hole goes.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real?
This is a
For
movie
instance,
moving
I'm
like
not
Fizhy.
even sure
Yeah.
why I'm here. How do we know what is real? Hi, I'm Keanu Reeves. Over 20 years ago, I first played the character Thomas Anderson in the Matrix trilogy. Those films pioneered digital cinema with shots.
Okay,
like
this is
bullet time.
animated.
Back
You
then,
can
we
just about
talked
tell.
a lot about where the digital age might take cinema and narrative.
You can tell.
In an industry where actors have tried to remain
It's uncanny, but you can
perpetually
tell.
young, we wondered about digital faces that could become immortal.
Hi, I'm Carrie Ann Moss, and I played Trinity in the Matrix films.
My God.
20 years ago, we asked ourselves how long it would be before faces and bodies could be changed as easily as we change clothes.
We wondered, what would identity mean in a completely digital world?
This is
And
terrifying.
what would reality mean when a
I don't have
world
nightmares
we can
about
build
this.
feels as real as our
The
own?
future is insane. Pure insanity in the form of the future.
Or theoretical mumbo jumbo, but it needed some sexy action.
Who said?
The marketing people.
Marketing? I thought we were supposed to have total creative control. Miss this version of us.
Me too.
What the hell
Saying.
are you doing back there?
Sorry, I was told the
Okay, this
system
looks like a
preparing
game
me to
character.
Fight the system.
Right on. You know about this?
Yeah. It's all
As does this
supposed to be
one.
little.
Keanu Reeves looks like Keanu Reeves, though, just younger.
Word of advice. Agents are bad. But whatever you do, stay the hell away from marketing.
I mean, it's still obviously animated, but it's starting to bridge that. It's always going to look a little different, but I think that's to its benefit, because if they looked completely real, it will probably nauseate you. Goodbye, police car. Last time I was doing this, it was not a game. Oh, I should not be saying that. Goodbye, taxi. Is it a real taxi, though, or is it one of those porny ones? I don't know. I want to shoot this man. Bye-bye, sir. They despawn pretty quick, but I suppose that's Matrixy and it sort of works for this. You know, the frame rate is weird, weirdly low, but it's almost expected considering how this demo looks. Do I get to drive? No, that would be too much. I'd say it looks like early 2000s CGI more than it looks like reality at the moment. That's okay. Maybe a bit after the fact. Maybe I'm not being generous enough with my deduction there. But there is definitely, you can still tell it's a game. Well, meant to be a game. Whee! Does it never have to reload? That'd be nice. I mean, make the demo as simple as possible so that I don't fail. The 2 frames per second makes me realise just how hard it's working for it.
What are you doing?
This is like the limit. Banged. Oh, look at that. Wow. Yes, it's obviously animated game shots, but you can see just how hard it's working for it. You can see just, you know, it's not about looking like reality. It's just about how far it can come and how it could theoretically eventually. You'll see how hard it's working. Mass AI. Crowd and traffic system. Toggle mass AI visualizer. What the fuck? That's mental. There's a lot going on there. Then they disappear for a minute and they come back. Wow. I suppose that's because, you know, it's like, oh, they're there. They're gone. They're back. Look at that. My God. Dynamic global illumination and reflections. It looks more convincing at night, to be fair. Actually, nah, maybe day, maybe night, maybe day, maybe night, maybe day. Wow. Just fucking wow. Virtualized geometry. So these are the... I want to press the button, it's not working. Let me display render... Oh, it is working. Oh, sorry, I didn't notice it. Procedural audio generation. Rendered pixels. My days. Do I get to do some gaming? Do I get to explore now? Fly? Ah. This is like a free cam mod that I use for Red Dead to get the shots for those videos. I want to zoom in on this and see if it's got loads of textures to it. You know what? It's pretty neat. I want to zoom in on... Okay, you disappeared. That's kind of a shame. The characters look like game characters, but they would. Let's turn the Matrix filter off, because as cool as that is, it's getting in the way. Wow. I want to get close up on this on the P of this parking. See up, mate. That's fucking mental. This P looks like a P up close. What's in here? Oh, it would be really funny if there was like stuff going on in here as well. Like you can see it like a clown jacking off there. So I presume if I go in this direction slowly but surely, I'll get to a yellow marker. Can I fight people? I would love to fight people. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I wish I could. It's just a walkabout, basically. Excuse me, lads and ladies. I've got a mooch. Can I take the cars? I cannot take the cars. I want the car. Oh, I can take the car! Yeah, that was going to happen. Look at that destruction. That just... Oh my, that's... The mirror's hanging off! Look at that for detail. I've always wanted to drive a pickup truck. The closest I've come to doing that is driving into a pickup truck, and that was an experience. How do I exit vehicle? Oh, that button. But we can't run over NPCs. Worst demo ever. SMH. I know what you mean. I want to run over NPCs. This is mind-boggling. Right, I thought there was like a nice Audi-looking vehicle over it. Oh shit, is this a tech demo? It looks like a GTA 5 realism mod. Yeah, it does. Like, it would need some refine to be acceptable in a game. Like, this is... But as far as tech demos go, this doesn't necessarily show you that games will bridge the gap between, you know, what's a game and what's real. I don't think that's the intention. I think the intention is better described as, yeah, crashing into taxis. I think the definition is better described as just look how far it could come. All this power, if consoles can do this, is what I'm saying. If a console has the capability to do this, who knows what other things it could do in a game that's designed to not look like reality. You'd almost think this is a shot from a movie. Like, if you get it nice and dramatic, obviously I'm no cinema expert, but you'd expect to, like, I don't know, see like fucking Spider-Man swing through or something. Holy motherfucking shit! Right, imagine like an open world, you know, third-person shooter, not dissimilar to GTA or, dare I say, Watch Dogs, but it looked like fucking this. You know, imagine a great story in these sorts of visuals. You'd be completely immersed. Look at the light as well. I like that the lights don't just glow depending on how you look at them, sort of thing. They have a bit of a like an effect. Like, you know, if you have a squint and look at a light and it sort of drags everywhere, or sometimes it does that anyway, depending on how shit your eyesight is. Data is being whacked. Don't worry about it. I'm about to go run through a man. I can't run through a man, but I can drive through a man. It's nice and dark over here, which is good. There's atmosphere to it. Can you get in any car? It seems that way. Look at how the headlights look. And this is how actual headlights look at night. You know, not blinding, but not too blinding. Then you've got a car park here, jam-packed with vehicles. It's the density of it as well. On the pavement. Wait, if the pavement looks like this, how will it look close up? I'm going to get very up close and personal with this pavement. We're going to have like a... This is going to be the closest you'll ever feel to being chewing gum. I wish I could get closer than this, but this is apparently as close as we can get. Look at all this. Copious amounts of bird poo. How long do we go before we see things repeat and look similar? That's the question. Loads of different combinations. This pavement looks so real that even I don't want to lick it. The road! Holy fuck, look at all these cracks and stuff. Yes! Now imagine these graphics with rain. You gotta have rain. Oh, you've absolutely got to have rain in it in a game that would look this good. Like, it's a non-negotiable. You get rain in games like this, you know? Like, you need to have rain. I don't think a game needs to look real. And I think this is a good example of a game that you can tell isn't. You know, you can tell that it could be if it wanted to be in certain more linear scenarios. But what this is showing to me is just what this engine could fucking do. If it was invested into a game, obviously a stylized game of some sort, rather than hyper-realism as well. Just imagine how this generation of consoles are going to be put through their paces. And then there'll be a generation after. And just imagine how that's going to be put through its paces, and so on and so forth. Aesthetics are not everything in a game, don't get me wrong, but the fact that I'm going through this at some speeds, and while the frame rate is not exactly the best thing that I've ever seen in my life, it's not terrible either. The fact that this generation is doing that, who knows what the future for gaming holds, because as technology gets more and more powerful, this becomes more and more readily available. More people will be able to play games like this and on affordable budgets and stuff like that, and more games will be able to be made for this. The end result will wind up being... There will be a time where we will look back on this demo where we're like, oh, do you remember the time we were looking at this going, oh, mad? But look at games now. To think about, because that has happened with every single generation so far. Is there was a time when we looked at those games and thought, fuck me, this is the future. And now, and as we'll be able to do this on PS5 or the respective Xbox consoles, there will be a point where we'll look at this and go, this looks dated. And that's almost more insane than the fact that this is like a demo experience at all. I want to drive the red one. Every car that gets written off despawns. And I think this is aiding it a little bit. It's sort of masked by the whole premise of the Matrix. But I feel like that sort of concept allows for that without much question. Is sort of aiding how much visual fidelity this can get away with. If this is the future of gaming, you know, even if it looks half as good as this, then we're heading in the right direction for the aesthetics of it. And like I said, aesthetics, they're not going to be everything. They never will be. But if we can get the visuals to become this as like a norm almost, we're going to be vibing. Still, Fishy, keep your fingers crossed. Let's not repeat Cyberpunk's hype. But I'm not hyped for a game. That's the thing. I'm not hyped for a game. With Cyberpunk, that was a game. Getting overhyped about a game is one thing, but I'm not hyped for a game. I'm hyped about a game engine that is clearly demonstrating what it can do when pushed to its absolute limits, which is probably this. While I don't think games necessarily have to look photorealistic, and some of the faces in this, they do still look like game, you know, like they're made in a game. There's a bit of, like, see there, like, you know, there's a bit of, there can be a bit of an uncanny valley effect, and it's like, ooh, what the fuck. But for the most part, I think this sort of concept can be applied to more than just being photorealistic. It could be to density of things. It could be to make a game look so unique in itself as well as real. Or as an alternative, if that so happens to be the case, that it's not going to necessarily matter. I do think the future of gaming, if the Unreal Engine 5 demo is to be believed as a concept going forward, could be really, really snazzy. Now, what I'm trying to say is I do not think games using Unreal Engine 5 are going to look this good. You know, I don't think that's what this is trying to tell us. I think this is trying to tell us what it can do, above all else. It just shows the capability of the engine. It shows the capability of the console running it. And as a result of that, it makes you, it gives you a bit of a feeling of excitement for what could possibly be coming next, you know? And I look forward to that. I don't know what else there is to say. But Astro shows you the capabilities of the console and controller, but not a lot of the games exploit it. Yeah, it makes sense they're showing us the McDonald's menu rather than the actual McDonald's. Yeah, basically that. They're basically showing you a prospect rather than a product. A product made of the prospect may always find itself short of the prospect itself. However, if it's even a fraction of this, you know, even if it takes a fraction of this, there's some seriously good stuff to be had there. I'm going to take this hat off because I look ridiculous. I'm sorry, Taylor. Everyone give it a kiss goodbye. And I think, like I said, the concept of the Matrix in itself will aid it in how it can... Because it's a simulated world in the Matrix. So you're in a simulated world of a simulated world, if that makes sense. So that when you're in there, what you're getting is that, you know, they could get away with so much more than maybe some other games can. Such as the cars despawning when they take damage, or driving through NPCs, whatever. It's a demo, so it will be able to get away with it anyway. But I feel like it being the Matrix takes away that thought process of, wait, hang on, maybe for this to run, that compromise is necessary, and that's actually preserving valuable resources. I never thought it would be able to get much better than it did, you know. The thing you've also got to bear in mind is, will companies capitalize on the power that they're working with, or will they prioritize easier approaches? This is what gaming could look like. Unreal Engine 5 being like, this is what we've designed it for, if developers see fit to use it. Will developers see fit to use it? For the most part, no, they won't. For the most part, they'll go, this bit's cool, we'll use a bit of that. This bit's cool, we'll use a bit of that. You know, they'll take bits. They won't take the entire concept. And I feel like if there's one thing, you do sort of feel like the concept has overwhelmed the performance a little bit. Because it's showing you everything that it can do. Or at least huge chunks of it. Probably not even everything. And that's fair enough. But Final Fantasy XIV does a good job of taking advantage of haptic feedback and adaptive triggers where it makes sense. I wish more games used it more. Yeah, no, for example... Yeah, no, this is a good example. The PS5 controller doesn't have the best, you know, usage. It's a brilliant, intelligent piece of kit with some really cool haptic feedback features, such as, you know, like localized vibration depending on what the fuck's going on, you know, resistance on the triggers, stuff like that, sensitivity, and no games really use it yet, not properly anyway. If you combine that with an experience that had the potential to be as immersive as what's promised by what Unreal Engine 5 could theoretically do, as shown here, in a game rather than in a tech demo, I mean, you could have a really immersive experience on your hands. I guess that's enough talking. I think you know what I'm trying to say. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff, and let me know your thoughts in the comments section. And with any luck, I'll be seeing you all very soon with another video at some point. But until next time, take care and goodbye.